This is the Eye for an Eye channel. Welcome to today's show, the Taylor Swift effect. If you didn't see the video I did yesterday about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, you should definitely check it out. I know it's a longer video, it's about a half hour, but if you have the time, check it out. There's a lot of important clips in there so you can see how these people operate. A lot of people are waking up because they're seeing these things. They're going way above and beyond with pushing this stuff that it's becoming too obvious that there's an agenda behind it. So this is working to our advantage. Now, we know that I'll be silenced again in the future because if you're new to this, I get silenced every few weeks. That's just the way it goes. I'm not complaining about it. So make sure you subscribe to my other channels now if you haven't yet before I get into this about Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, and then you could see how this works with influence, with persuasion, with demographics, all these things. And of course, it all ties into not just the magic potion, but the acceptance of a certain community of people, insane behavior, all these things that Travis Kelce is linked to, and why they propped him up with Taylor Swift so that they can influence young teens out there, young children. That's what this is about. Football players and athletes hold a large influence over their audience because people feel like they're not as pushy as regular celebrities are. And of course, remember, when it comes to sports, people and their teams, they feel a connection like they're a part of something, the same way people feel with political parties. This is done by design, okay, to make you feel a part of something. That way, when people who are Democrats, see a lot of this insane stuff going on, they'll still stick with the Democratic Party because they're a part of a party. So they'll accept the insane behavior instead of saying, hey, I'm a human. We should all probably protect kids. We should all probably stop this insane crap from happening. Hey, they're stepping and infringing on my rights, everybody's rights. I don't care what affiliation you are. I'm a human. We don't need this. This is government overreach. So make sure you see that video if you haven't yet. The Taylor Swift effect. Never have we seen, I don't think that I can remember with celebrities something pushed like this. A lot of people don't even know who Travis Kelce is, but they do now. Conveniently at the same time that Travis Kelce is endorsing Bud Light. So that's pushing the LGB. And at the same time, he's rolled out by a certain company that wants you to take a certain something conveniently right now again. And that's never going to stop, of course. And let's start with the effect, the Taylor Swift effect, and what it's doing to, like I said yesterday. Remember, all this stuff is about influence. This goes back to the Tavistock Institute. This goes back to even bands like the Beatles. They were doing experiments with these people, with the Beatles, with Elvis, etc. They were rolling out to them to the public and trying to create these influential figures. These people were pushed out there with their music. Now we see it with all different avenues, sports, acting, etc. And they were watching the effect that they were having on society. Remember, like seeing the Beatles and Elvis in the 60s, 50s, whatever time period it was. And people were just falling, collapsing, crying. Women were just ecstatic, going nuts over the sight of Elvis thrusting his hips. This was all done by design because then they were able to work in agendas through these people so that they could influence the masses and control their behavior. So Travis Kelce, since the football game on Sunday, and Taylor Swift being there and the camera's constantly showing Taylor Swift, I'm going to show you one of the craziest clips you will ever see from Good Morning America about how insane people are and how crazy and how embarrassing humanity has become with this idol worship in a minute. So make sure you don't click off yet. Travis Kelce, in the last 24 hours, okay, in addition to his football statistics, he has gained over 300,000, now I believe it's 500,000 social media followers, a 400% increase in merchandise sales, which means that people are buying his jerseys, et cetera, and he's become a top 5 selling jersey in the NFL. They're calling it the Taylor Swift effect. On top of that, to immediately deflect from people like me, what they do is they shut us down, they silence us, and at the same time, they put out propaganda. Look at the propaganda that is out there from Good Morning America, from I believe it's ABC or NBC, the Today Show. They're literally, have you ever seen this before? Why PR pros, public relation pros, are convinced Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship is real. Have you ever seen this before? Think about this. They're trying to convince you that a couple is really a couple. Now, of course, this ties into a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about with it being an arranged relationship, of course, by design so that they could get their audiences combined, work on the younger audience, influence them, persuade them, of course, with the magic potion and other agendas, the LGB agenda, the climate agenda. I'm sure Travis Kelce will soon be signed up for the climate agenda. He's a Freemason puppet. This is an arranged relationship. This is done by design. And now they're trying to convince you, which just shows you that it's not real. They're trying to convince you that it's real. Okay, just look at it from this perspective. Why do they need to convince you that it's real? Okay, why would you need to? What is, other than people like me? Okay, so you're saying that people are not convinced by it. So why in the world, and when in the world have we ever seen the media come out trying to convince you that it's a real relationship? Who's benefiting from this? Oh, this power couple's benefiting from it, right? How are they benefiting? Well, people are like, well, they're benefiting because they're becoming more and more popular. It's helping his brand out. It's helping her brand, which is insane how people are thinking. They want to make sure that everybody out there is convinced that this is real and organic and not forced, because they don't want people to become suspicious of these elite bloodlines, of these Freemasons, of their social influence, of the Tavistock Institute, of BlackRock, of all these corporations and how they want to control and manipulate your behavior. And if you don't think that people's behavior is being controlled and manipulated, here is the clip from Good Morning America. I warned you that this will anger you because you will see what they've done to people. These people, what's happening, you can blame it on their parents, you can blame it on the mainstream media and the government, that people are acting the way that they're acting over other people. This is in the Bible about idol worship. It is utter insanity. These people are losing their minds. They're obsessed with celebrities and they're living pathetic lives. And look how the media drools and gushes and pushes this stuff like the pathetic loser shills that they are. Take a look at this nightmare.
Welcome to your football era. There are few things that could upstage NFL football in the U.S. But Swiftmania has done just that with a possible love story that set the internet on fire.
Well, looks like Taylor Swift picked a good day to come here to Arrowhead.
Taylor Swift's surprise appearance at Sunday's Kansas City Chiefs game further fueling speculation that she's dating star tight end Travis Kelce. Fans suspect the pop star even got a sideline wave from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes.
If she ends up being with Travis, then I'll probably get to meet her at some point.
And the potential of a budding romance is welcoming a wave of new football fans.
You saw Swiftie and that breeze that came alongside of her, which was the entire universe that doesn't know football.
Rachel Gideon, who's much more of a Swiftie than a football fan, says she's willing to fly to a Chiefs game just to catch a glimpse of Swift.
I know she's just going to bring so many people to Chiefs games. They're going to start playing her music at the Chiefs games. I can call it right now. She's the biggest household name in the world at this point, and anything she touches turns to gold, basically.
Some Swifties even baiting football fans in a TikTok prank claiming Swift put Kelce on the map.
Isn't that awesome? She's going to be helping him get his career going and put him on the map.
Searches for Chiefs games on StubHub have tripled since Sunday, and Travis Kelce's jersey sales surged 400% in just one day. Even the New England Patriots head coach Bill Belichick chiming in.
Travis Kelce's had a lot of big catches in his career. This would be the biggest.
The Philadelphia Eagles, who Travis Kelce's brother Jason plays for, also weighing in Monday, showing Jason and his teammate DeAndre Swift, joking their Kelce-Swift duo, quote, hits different. But the NFL perhaps summed it up best, changing an official social media account to NFL Taylor's version.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Wow. Yeah. Everyone's getting in on the fun.
Okay, so she's already had an impact on ticket sales and jerseys. Wow. How about the people watching the game? Was there a Taylor bump in the ratings?
There was a Taylor bump. So if you look at people who have Roku TVs in their homes, they saw a nearly 60% increase in viewership compared to the week before. And you probably can guess the age group, the demo that saw the biggest bump. It was young adult females. And a source close to Swift tells NBC News the pair is hanging out and they're still in the early stages. But those early stages, they're not stopping Swift fans from debating, okay, what is their couple name? So we posted, of course, a poll on X of what should their couple name? Should they be a confirmed romance? Here are the results. Trailer. Tavis. Swelsey. Do you guys have a favorite? I'm for trailer.
I like Swelsey.
Do you? I'm a trailer. Yeah.
We can try them out for a little bit. I think we have some time. I know.
Are we talking about it? We are. You know what? We are. It's just good, clean fun. You know what?
Right.
It's okay to smile.
The real question is, should I be going to the Jets-Chiefs game coming up on next weekend? And should I be wearing my friendship bracelet?
Girl, you know you're going to be there.
Okay?
We're counting on you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, not that play. This. That's pop superstar Taylor Swift celebrating after two-time Super Bowl champ Travis Kelce scored a touchdown. Watch in slow-mo, you can see her deliver a chest bump. Swift was actually spotted before the game even started.
I think the secret's out. Who's she here to see?
Swift, sporting a red and white Chiefs jacket, was all smiles at Arrowhead Stadium Sunday next to Travis Kelce's beloved mom, Donna, and cheering the Chiefs and Kelsey as they dominated the Bears.
She is there, whatever that means.
The dynamic duo even caught leaving Arrowhead together following the game.
Hey, how you doing?
And later seen driving away in a convertible. And quarterback Patrick Mahomes said the team knew the Swifties were watching.
Did you feel the pressure, Patrick?
I felt a little bit of pressure, and so I knew I had to get it to Trav. I think he wanted to get in the end zone just as much as all the Swifties wanted him to.
Even the NFL is getting in on the act, writing on its TikTok profile page, 9/24/23. Taylor was here. And of course, on social media, Swift's famously loyal fans, they're going deep into theories. Some speculating that Kelsey's game day suit was inspired by Swift's album, 1989, but mostly many of her fans wondering, do I have to care about football now? I'm imagining a concert with lots of Chiefs 87 jerseys in the crowd. I mean, she does have an album titled Red. So.
Oh, yeah, true. Another clue, Joe.
There you go.
Wow. I guess it's just good, clean fun.
So that's the nightmare we're living upon. Of course, these Tavistock speaking heads on the media, people are like, oh, they went to a college and they were really talented, so they got put on TV. I mean, they're all the behavior that they present on television is so formulated. It's so embarrassing. It is not even human. These people are not human. But what happens is people out there start acting like these people. Look at the man speaking, if you want to call him one, how they're talking about this stuff, these guys, these news reporters. Oh my gosh, Taylor Swift, what are we going to call them? Are we going to call them this? Are you kidding me? The world is burning around us. Literally. And if you don't see the world burning around you, you're at least feeling something from the effects of what our government and what these elites and these secret society members are doing to our society. They're driving everybody insane. They're normalizing insane behavior. They're forcing things onto people that people don't want in their body. They're forcing speech and taking away speech, making you accept insane doctrines, insane behavior, kids castrating themselves, all of this stuff. Everybody is feeling it. And it's because of these specific people. If they're stopped, this all stops, no matter what political affiliation you have, okay? They're grooming behavior. Like Larry Fink has said a trillion times. Is it a coincidence that Larry Fink owns everything and owns all the media, and he's talking about controlling behavior?
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock, we are forcing behaviors. Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock, we are forcing behaviors.
Is that a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that we then see them on TV acting like this? Look at the girl in this video. Oh, I'm going to have to, it's speaking like they're intellectual and they're adults and they're on the news. Of course, it's all staged. How do you get on the news as a kid? Oh, I'm #1 fan of Taylor Swift. I'm going to be on Good Morning America. How do they pick it? Of course, the parents are D. Malay. The parents are Eastern Star or Freemasons. The kids are D. Malay and members of Rainbow Girls, Job's Daughters. These are all secret societies. These are things people need to know about. The kid, how do you think, just sitting back from a regular person, how do you get on Good Morning America as a Taylor Swift fan? She's just a diehard fan. She's groomed. Then she's on there talking about, oh, well, look how popular the NFL is going to become from Taylor. It's the Taylor effect. Well, all they want these people connected for is because they want to influence behavior. Now, look at the statistics and the data in regards to the NFL and the fans that watch, because this is what's important to know, why they do what they're doing, why this is happening with Travis Kelce. The NFL is the most popular sport in America. Okay, there aren't many major figures of the NFL that are propped up and promoted. Like the NBA, everybody knows LeBron James. LeBron James pushes what? BLM, all the liberal agendas, the climate agenda, etc. Now Travis Kelce, they're trying to groom into the face of this. Why? Because Kelce's a fellow Mason, because Kelce's on board with every agenda. So now he's pushing all these agendas, right? He's pushing kids getting the magic potion. He's pushing it subtly, saying we all need to get it, right? Well, who are his fans? Kids are. Teenagers are. Look at the demographics here. 70% of American males engage at the NFL, okay? So here's the big difference with all these other celebrities is that males, they're going for males who are on the fence. They want to get people who are on the fence about putting this in their body. That's what they're working on now. All the zombies took it, but people on the fence. They know they're not getting you, they're not getting me, people who listen to this channel. Okay, so 70% American males. This is likely people who lean more towards being alpha males, although football's been watered down with a lot of casual fans now just to try to be trendy. 53% of American females engage in the NFL. 64% are 25 to 39. So that's the demographic you hit. 25 to 39. Why? because they have young kids, 25 to 39, 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, some newborns, but teenagers, young teens who are wearing the jerseys, watching the sports. Now they're pushing you towards these false idols, and these false idols are telling you, oh, do this, do that, without forcefully telling you. That's one of the subtle keys that they use. That's Tavistock at work here. Because they know how they've hammered this home with celebrities has annoyed people. They see and watch data 24/7. Everything you write online, they watch and monitor. The CIA does, the intel agencies do, okay? They see how unpopular celebrities in Hollywood have become. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing they get pushed and promoted so much and that nobody really cares about them anymore. They realize this. They're using other means now to get the agendas pushed across. They know that people are looking at Hollywood and they're like, how every one of these people in Hollywood is just shoving this down our throat. We don't want to. So Travis Kelce's subtly doing, right? He's in a commercial, but he's not doing post-game interviews where he's saying, go get it, go do this. He's subliminally telling you to do this. He's subliminally, he's in the Bud Light commercial, who are huge. Everyone knows Bud Light now is just being an advocate of pure insanity, of bobbitizing themselves, etc. Right? So he's subtly promoting the things. Then he acts cool and hip and, he's just a regular guy, everybody. It's working the way they want it to work. This is done by design. This is a forced relationship, okay, to get more teens, more young people to know who Travis Kelce is, especially the male audience. It's working on both sides with Taylor Swift and him. It's a perfectly arranged situation here. The numbers don't lie. The data doesn't lie. They're not propping this stuff out there, because they want it out there so that you're like, oh, Travis Kelce's pop. You could just look at the social media yourself and see the difference in people who are following these people. They're not just networking. They're not doing it for their brands. They're doing it for influence. And it's not a coincidence that he is now propped up pushing the double dose this fall. The double dose. It's just Travis Kelce. And then the people on TV are just, oh my goodness, is it trailer? What do we call them? The embarrassing behavior of humanity. It is absolutely sickening and pathetic. It makes me so angry how people are behaving. And we're doomed with the youth. If the parents out there are allowing their kids to be like that little girl, now that little girl clearly is a plant who was on the news clip. A plant. Because she's in Rainbow's Girls or Job's Daughters, I would bet any amount of money on it. Because that's how they network and get these people on TV. Okay? Some producer on the show who has a fellow friend who is a Freemason or a female whose fellow friend's Eastern Star, and the daughters are in these, and the daughters are into Taylor Swift, and they prop them up and put them on there. Okay, where was the audition to get on Good Morning America? How do they find the people? Nobody asks these questions for any of the stories that are out there. What do they do? Put something out there? Are you a Taylor Swift fan? Contact us now. We're doing a story on Taylor Swift within the next 5 hours in real time. So contact us and then we'll go through it and we'll scout you out and we'll make sure we can get you on the news. I mean, of course not. That's not how it works. Nobody asks questions and thinks. So they think that all this stuff is just, oh, wow, look, here's some girl who's a fan of Taylor Swift. How did they get her on there? The same thing with all the events that happen, which aren't real. How the actors, the victims' moms and dads, etc., are there like 15 minutes after the person perishes in what is supposed to be a shocking event. And they're just screaming about getting your you-know-whats out of your homes because that's what's responsible for it. They're not grieving. They're smiling. I mean, it's unbelievable. Nobody thinks. They just see this stuff and then they act off of it. They're like, oh, yeah, well, we need to get their bang-bangs out of their home. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is happening. They're grooming your behavior. They openly tell you, look up BlackRock. Look at the videos I've done on the website about BlackRock, uprisingrevival.com. Look at other people's videos. Why are they showing you this? Why are they telling you this? They're telling it to you. They're showing it to you. They're shoving it down your throat because they're trying to subliminally persuade you and influence you with these people. They're making you care, not just to distract you. Everyone's like, everything's a distraction. Well, yeah, we could look at almost everything as a distraction. If the media's out there and they're already trying to convince you that these two are a couple because they feel that people are already skeptical because there's no chemistry, because it looks weird, because of the potion, because of people like me, Good Morning. I mean, they literally watch all of us. And they don't know where I probably am right now, but they'll find me again. They watch because they know that we actually can have influence over people because we can pull them out of this hysteria that they're in, this delusion that they're in. They don't want you sucked out of it. That's why they care about us, not because of anything else, because they don't want you sucked out of it. So they are hell-bent on stopping us from sucking you out of this mind control matrix they have everybody involved in. But they don't realize, that they're being persuaded and influenced by these people, their behavior, how they dress, how they act. It's all mind control. It's subliminally done. They don't come out and forcefully tell you. They do things to make you dress this way and act this way. Anybody ever wonder why people who ride the Hershey Highway talk the way they do? What does that have to do with a preference in the bedroom? Why do they talk that way? Why are they so feminine? Does anybody realize this is all mind control? No, they don't. They don't. So they're convincing you that they're in a relationship. They're convincing you that this hysteria is natural. And what it is not natural. It is formulated. It is formulated to control you and manipulate you. And they're targeting a specific audience. That data point I gave you about the NFL is the reason why. Using athletes is a very important thing for them because they can reach more men. They can reach more male teenagers, weak-minded male teenagers. Convince them without forcefully doing it to put these things inside of them. That's what it's about. Because remember, I've talked about it on the website. I've talked about it here. They won't let me talk about it here. They have to get this in you. Not just to depop, they have to. For society to continue the way they want it to. You got to be hooked up. It's called the Internet of Bodies. They've been promoting it for years and people just don't seem to realize what it is. Like, does that mean I'm on Facebook? I'm in the Internet of Bodies? No. It means you're literally connected to the internet. Hello, hi. Nope, they don't want to believe that. Why? Because they're so dumbed down. They're caught up in this drool fest. Look at this relationship. The NFL's going bonkers. Everybody's in hysteria because two random people are dating, couldn't have less chemistry, and they're forcing it on you. Why are they forcing it on you? Anyone asking questions? No, they're not. No, they're not. Is anybody asking the question of how Taylor Swift is suddenly pushed up and promoted like this? Did Beyonce short circuit with her mind control, her MK Ultra? Is she in like reprogramming phase? Because Taylor Swift has never been, supposedly they're acting like Taylor Swift is like Elvis, right? Look at the way they're talking about Taylor Swift. Like it's Taylor Swift. I'm not even joking. Can anybody name a Taylor Swift song? I cannot name one song except for Out of the Woods. And the only reason I can name it is because I've covered it on this channel about witches revealing themselves and the secret wording and the messaging in the video. I hear music, okay? It's not because I'm sheltered. I hear this stuff. I go out to stores and stuff and this stuff's playing. Nobody can really name, for the most part, at least 3 Taylor. Nobody knows. It's not like there's some hit like an NSYNC song or a Britney Spears song where you're like, oh, I can't stand it, but you know the song. Taylor Swift is being propped up like Elvis Presley, like it's Jailhouse Rock. Yet nobody can name a track. Like the Eras tour. Can somebody name me what? Taylor Swift has Eras? Oh yeah, it's the eras of her music. The eras of her music that nobody knows about. Taylor Swift was being like, went through humiliation rituals from Kanye West, etc. over the years. And now, I don't know why now, other than the fact that the demographic that Taylor Swift has and the obsessed psychopathic fan base, but hasn't anyone noticed, other than Travis Kelce, the way that she's being propped up the last few months with her tour, and all of a sudden it's like, I mean, it's like nothing we've ever seen. It's like Elvis has risen from the dead and is on tour. Like Taylor Swift's touring. Oh my gosh, like what? Don't they all tour all the time? Right? Done by design. It's done by design. They're propping them up to influence you. That's what they do. And if we could break free from this mind control, obviously I'm free from it and everyone who listens to this channel is, but if we can get the rest free from it, to stop living in this dumbed down idol worship society, then they could be stopped. And people are like, well, stop them from what? Everything that's wrong in the world that you feel is because of these people. They're the ones doing it. They're causing the mental health problems that people are having. They're causing real mental health problems where they're making people castrate themselves and question what they are. These people are sick, they're malicious, and they will not stop until they get what they want, which is a one world order. And I'll die for the cause of preventing that from happening. I will. I thank everyone for being here. Hope you're doing well. Love you guys. God bless all of you and your families.